Hi, LYC singers. We are so excited to be back with you, and we welcome your parents and guardians to listen in on information about this season. We hope that this message finds all of you being healthy and safe and following the COVID-19 safety guidelines. We have done a lot of planning and a lot of hard work to try to make sure that we, in fact, do get to have a season of the Louisville Youth Choir this year. Lots of choirs across our country are struggling with ways to continue to keep the songs alive and to keep music happening during these very difficult and unprecedented times. And we feel like we have a plan to keep everyone safe and everyone engaged and to have all of us continue to make music together. So welcome to a season like no other, the 2020-2021 54th season of the Louisville Youth Choir. I've got a list here with me to make sure that I cover all of the information that you're going to need to know this season. First of all, thank you so much to all of the families that gave us feedback about what they're looking for this season. Safety was our number one concern, along with, of course, keeping our programming alive. And in that search for safe singing, we have followed closely the guidelines that have been put in place by a national singing study that has been performed to help us ensure that we are following safe singing protocols as we move forward. The most of our season at this point will be in a virtual format, but we will be producing some performance components, even though we're still going to be virtual. And we are going to be offering to those of you that are comfortable with it opportunities for in-person safe singing. When we do meet in person, of course, there will be masks, there will be temperature checks, there will be social distancing, and those rehearsals will happen outdoors to make sure that we are keeping everyone as safe as possible. So before we see you in person the first time, which is, of course, optional and fits within your comfort level, we want to make sure that you get a mask that fits your face securely. So it should fit and touch your nose area, it should touch along your cheeks, and it should go underneath your chin so that you have a complete close fit to your face. Some people may need to twist up their earpieces to make sure that they get that mask pulled close, but we don't want any gaping areas when you are in person with us, so that we can make sure we're keeping all of the germs, all of that aerosol contained within your mask as much as possible, even though we'll be outside. For the virtual singing, we will be using the Zoom platform to start. Our teachers of voice, our conductors, will be making sure that they utilize Remind, which is an online tool to communicate with you directly. So make sure that you have checked out the Singer Handbook. That has a lot of information about the upcoming season. Make sure that you have sent to us your emergency medical treatment form as well as the COVID-19 form. Those are the two forms that we need this year from you. Those can be sent in hard copy to our mailing address, or you can send them electronically to us to the email address that is included in the Singer Handbook. One of the spots for you to make sure that you are staying close contact with is our Eighth Notes. That is our weekly newsletter for our singers, and that's where you will find all of the most up-to-date, pertinent information. There is a button for our Eighth Notes right on our homepage, so it's really easy to find. And our calendar is also on our homepage. There is a button for that too, right next to our Eighth Notes. So you can see everything that's planned out for the season on our online calendar. That is a Google Calendar format, so if you would like, you can upload that to any electronic devices that you have, if that will help you to keep track of what we have planned for the season. Tuition will be sent out to you once the season starts. You notated on your singer's information form if you were going to apply for a scholarship. So anyone who indicated that, we will have your singer's tuition account in a pending status until we have gone through that scholarship application process. Everyone will receive a tuition invoice who is not applying for a scholarship. Those will be issued by PayPal. That is the format that we use for our billing purposes. You do not have to have a PayPal account to pay directly from that invoice. You can use a credit card. You can use a PayPal account. Feel free, if you would like to pay by check, to still mail to our office using our mailing address. That is perfectly fine. But those invoices have not been sent as of today, September the 13th. So if you have not received one, that is why. We are not doing season ticketing this year. That is, information is in the handbook as well. We will have 2 virtual choir performances, one in October and one at the end, one in November and one at the end of February. Both of those are included in the regular singer fees. So you will receive those as part of your singer's registration. We will have virtual streamed performances of our holiday concert offering, as well as our Pops concert offering, and there will be ticketing information about how to access that streaming. It will be done through a one-time fee, and more information as those concerts get closer will be put into the 8th notes. Performance attire this year, we are simplifying. We are still using the black casual wear t-shirts that we have for previous seasons. So if you are a singer who's returning and you already have one of those, you are in good shape. If you are a returning singer and you've maybe outgrown it and you need to get a new one, you can order those through our online store, and those will be sent to you or distributed to you at the first in-person rehearsal. Those are the 2 options for getting those t-shirts to you. If you are a new singer, you can purchase your t-shirt through the online store. We are also going to be still doing check-in when you check in for our virtual rehearsals. So what will be most helpful for our conductors is if the username when you log into Zoom is your name, or if it at least contains the last name or some way for us to notify that it is you, notate that it is you. If your families are not comfortable with putting your name, since you are minors, on that Zoom app, we completely understand. So at the first meeting, we will make sure we do some identifying so that conductors know if it's a different name that we still can associate it with your singer. But we will do attendance, and our attendance policy will still hold true. The only rehearsals that are optional, as I mentioned before, will be any in-person rehearsals that we offer while we're still in this virtual format. Our staff can be accessed through the Remind app or by emailing info@luyouthchoir.org. That's our general information box for LYC, and we can get messages directly to anyone in the office or to our artistic staff by using that email. Choir placements we have simplified this year. We have 2 ensembles that we are offering, our treble choir as well as our mixed choir. We simply have divided our enrollment ages right down the middle. So we served 3rd through 12th graders in our audition programming. So a division right in the middle is after 7th grade. So we have a treble component for 3rd through 7th and a mixed component for 8th through 12th. I will tell you that for our virtual choir performances, all of our singers, regardless of the group that they are assigned to for rehearsal purposes, will be singing the same music, and there will more than likely be some collaborative type of rehearsals that will occur throughout the season that your conductor will keep you informed about. So we will be doing a lot of unified singing. The divisions are mostly this year so that we can better manage the numbers in a virtual setting. So if your singer falls into a category that's different than last year, that's probably just because of COVID and the fact that we needed to set things up in a virtual format. So we're glad to have your singers back, and everybody will be singing together as we go through this season. If you are someone who has singers who are the kindergarten through 2nd grade age, while we are in a virtual format, we are tabling an ensemble for that age group. It's very difficult to work with the technology and that age and accomplish what we need to in a rehearsal. We don't know that we will have enough independent learners in that age group to be able to make that happen. So as long as we maintain a virtual format, we will be tabling our primary singers program. And we hope that you will understand that. We will still be attempting to have our one fundraiser a year. Keep in mind that the tuition that you pay does not cover the full amount to be a member of the youth choir. To run our organization, we would have to charge about $1,500 per singer. If we did not sell tickets, if we did not grant write, if we did not have sponsors, if we did not have season underwriters. Fortunately, we do have those things, and we do not have to pass the full cost off to all of our families. So in essence, everybody is on some sort of financial assistance that sings with the Louisville Youth Choir, and we always say that financial difficulties should not be the reason that we don't have a singer singing with us. So we will still try to do a major fundraiser. Annually, it's held at the end of January with a dinner and silent auction event. We will keep you posted. That event is hosted by our board of directors. So once they solidify what will be happening with that event, we will certainly bring you on board. It's always helpful to have our parents to help solicit donations, to attend the event. Our singers typically perform for that event, and that may be a little different this year as well. So just stay close to the Eighth Notes for all updates. That will be our key important way to keep you in the loop on everything that's happening with LYC this year. This is just a brief overview of the season, and everything that you need to know in more detail will be in the Singer Handbook. One of the things that we want to draw your attention to is because we're in a virtual platform this year, that will be something new, and we want to make sure that everyone is respectful of the use of the virtual platform. So when you are given links to participate in LYC activities, we ask that you keep those links private, only for use of LYC members. We also ask that when you are utilizing a virtual format, that you are making sure that you are using good online manners. You're not taking pictures of your friends online. You are not recording anything that we are doing online. That all has to do with privacy issues, and we want to be able to trust that our singers are going to respect one another and going to behave in a way that we know honors LYC and honors your fellow singers that are in your ensemble. We are just thrilled. I can't tell you how thrilled we are to be able to still offer programs. There are many, many choirs across the country that are choosing to go dark this season. There are many, many choirs across the country who this event of COVID-19 has caused them to close their doors permanently. So you being involved with LYC, sharing that all are welcome in LYC. We are not limited by distance this year. Regionally is typically our service area, but we can serve anyone from anywhere in the virtual model. So if you have friends and family that live in other parts of the country or even other parts of the world, and you want a chance to get to sing and make music with them, please invite them to be part of LYC. We absolutely can accommodate them, and we can make that happen. If at any point in the season it is deemed that in-person indoor singing is safe, or that we feel it can be done safely within the areas, within the venues that we typically book and use, we will shift to an in-person model, but you will get plenty of notice and plenty of warning before a shift like that would happen. We are currently planning that we will be completely virtual all this season, except for the few isolated outdoor meeting opportunities. We hope to be able to see you all in person and to be making music in a way that we are used to, but we are embracing this opportunity to have a new experience, and we hope that all of you all are too. Well, there is still room at LYC. We will be enrolling for this first virtual concert throughout the first 2 weeks. So if you know a singer who wants to sing with LYC, there is no limit to the number that we can get involved. So please tell your friends, share the information at your school, at your places of worship, with any clubs, with athletic groups that you may be a part of. We still can accommodate athletic schedules, and we can still prorate tuition to make sure that what we do lines up with other activities that youth have. So tell your friends about LYC, and we look forward to seeing you very soon to start the season. You will get an email the day of the first rehearsal that will give you links to allow you into those first rehearsals. So look for those via email. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. No song unsung at the Louisville Youth Choir.